Hi, I'm so excited to introduce you to the fish tank bed. My name is Ahhhsome. I'm one of the owners here at Ahhhsome, and I'm going to go through how to get in and out of this kind of crazy looking contraption. And then my friend Annie is going to join us, and we're going to give you some of the answers to the most frequently asked questions that we get about what we call the fish tank bed here at Ahhsome. So before you get started, I always have my Ahhsome bag with me, and in my Ahhsome bag I carry a towel from one of our cleaning stations that has the cleaner on it. It's called hydrochloric acid. It's really good stuff that the hospitals use to clean after COVID patients. So it's really good stuff. So I just like to wipe down the bed, the handles, all of those kinds of things. So we've already done that. And so then I just put my towel right back here in this nifty little cup. Now the next thing that I do is I have a blanket or two actually in my Ahhsome bag that I bring with me. And I just unroll this blanket and put it over the pillow and a little bit of the bed. That way I know, hey, I'm the only one who's laid down on this surface. Now, before I get going with laying down in this bed, I like to start the remote. So here's how that works. It's designed in a circular motion. We're going to start at 9 o'clock, and we're just going to go and press each of the buttons in a counterclockwise motion. Now that those are blinking, that means we're ready to go, but we're not on yet. You have to press the next button in the circle to start the heat. Once that's started, then you press this bottom button about 10 times. That's going to be the wiggle part. We're not going to finish with this last button yet. We're going to first get laid down and comfortable. So let me show you how to do this. For most people, you're going to just simply turn, put your feet on either side of the chi machine or the fish part, and then gently bring the domes down over your body. I like to get my hair all situated and my pillow and get nice and comfy, and then I'll press the wiggle button. Oh, then I'll put my feet on the machine, and then I'll press the wiggle button. So just get nice and situated there, and then off we go. Just like that. Whee! All right, so to turn it off, I'm going to press the same button that I used to turn it on. So if I needed to do that, I could. Now to get out, I simply open the domes in an arching motion, bring my feet down off of the machine, turn, get my things, clean the machine and go. Now, a lot of people have claustrophobia, or they have different reasons that they need a pad under their knees. So let me show you how to do that. First, I get my blanket all situated just as I did before. Then I take one of these risers, place it, and bring one of the domes down. Then I put the pillow, and then I take both of the other risers and put them right here. Then I sit down, swing my legs in and over, kind of get situated a little bit, bring this riser, place it here, scoot down, get laid down, get comfortable, move the second one in, or third one in, and it kind of buries me, but there I am. And then press my button, enjoy my therapy. Once I'm done, to get out, again, I just open, move that riser up, open, sit up, bring my feet off, open, maybe adjust these just a little bit, and then I can take these, place them right here, swing my legs off, move this down. It does kind of look like a 3-ring circus, doesn't it? But once you do it a time or two, it feels really good. So Annie's going to come in and help me answer a few of the questions that we get about this machine. Hi.
Hey.
So tell me, why do we call this the fish tank bed?
Yeah, great question, Elise. So we call this the fish tank bed in part because of the chi machine at the bottom that wiggles your ankles back and forth. It kind of looks like a fishtail kind of going back and forth, as well as these domes up here. When you put them down, it kind of looks like a fish, like you're in a fish tank a little bit. So for those two reasons, we call it the fish tank bed.
Fantastic. We have some guests that call it like the shake and bake, but that was already had a infringement issues. We didn't want to call it that, you know. So, okay, what is the fish tank bed good for?
Yeah, good question. So this is great for kind of balancing your body and getting it into kind of like a state of flow, I guess you could say, because it aligns your skeletal system and it helps with your circulatory, lymphatic, and adrenal systems as well. So it just kind of balances your body in those manners, I guess.
Yeah, awesome. So we talked about how to get situated with the bolster and that kind of thing, but there are some customizations that we can make. Yeah. There's the bolsters, the risers. One of the things that I really like to do is this pillow is a little too high for me. And so we have a nice pad that instead of the pillow, you can place here. Now this table can also be used as a massage table. So I will lay that pad down and use that rather than the pillow, and that's next to the bolster and the risers and all of those good things. So that's one of the customizations that I really like.
Can I add something too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Something I like too, because sometimes my lower back hurts a little bit. Sometimes I like as well is if I kind of put this just right under my back, and that just kind of adds some more support.
Padding and support.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, fantastic. Oops, there we go. We talked about how to use the remote going in that counterclockwise direction. So we recommend people only use this for 15 minutes. And one of the questions that we get a lot is, why can I only use this for 15 minutes? Can you explain that?
Totally. So we recommend using this like within 15-minute increments, just because for the first 10 minutes, you're just wiggling with the heat. In the last 5 minutes, you just have the heat. So you stop wiggling and you're just kind of letting your body take in all that movement. And so 60% of the benefits actually come after the wiggling has stopped. So that's why it's important to have that 10 to 5 minute ratio. So if someone did want to use it for 30 minutes per se, we'd recommend doing it like for 10 minutes with the wiggling and the heat, 5 minutes with just the heat, another 10 minutes with the wiggling and the heat, and the last 5 minutes with just the heat again.
So, and it's something that people kind of need to build up to.
Right.
So certainly when you're new, just do the 15 minutes, give that a try, and then maybe do 15 minutes and then do the rest of your therapies here at Ahhhsome, and then come back and do another 15 minutes before you leave. So fantastic. What if you get too hot? Like if you have a hot flash, all bets are off. There's nothing you can do about it. But if you get too hot.
Yeah, if it's too warm for you, then you can just raise one of the domes, and then that should relieve it a little bit. So
right, absolutely, because this only has a single heat setting and a single movement setting.
Right.
And that's one of those things with the movement. It is going to give your body the same benefit as 10,000 steps within 15 minutes. So you're kind of moving. So if you have knee or hip or lower back problems, we really do want you to use that bolster pillow. It's going to get your body really, really moving. And then the bolster pillow kind of slows that action down, the result in your body anyways. The machine's going to stay the same, the heat's going to stay the same. That's why you need to be prepared to know how to make those accommodations for a little bit of change. So bolster for movement and raising the domes for the heat. So we talked about how to turn it off, just simply hitting the off button, how to get out of it. So last question that I always like to ask my staff, what is your favorite part about this piece of equipment, this therapy?
This is actually one of my favorites for sure, but one of my favorite parts of it is just how you feel afterwards. It's just so relaxing, and right after the wiggling stops, you just feel kind of tingly, and it just kind of makes your body feel just more at peace and just really comfortable.
Right.
But I actually had a question for you too, Elise. So, so why did you select this particular treatment for Ahhhsome?
Okay, that's a really good question. So this journey started with cancer. My cousin had cancer and I wanted to help him, and I wanted to find out what they do for cancer in other parts of the world. And this was the first piece of equipment that I found. I learned that in Europe and Asia, while you're getting your chemotherapy, a lot of times you will be actually on this bed. And I saw these pictures of these people getting their chemotherapy under this infrared heat, because infrared heat kills cancer cells at 107 degrees. Our domes do get up to 110. And then that movement gets the lymphatic system moving. A lot of cancers start in the lymph system, and a lot of that has to do with the sedentary lifestyles that we lead. We're not moving enough. And this machine kind of helps get that lymphatic system. It's a little bit of a cheat to get that lymphatic system really, really moving. I was so grateful that we found it to just help with our health. And then my son was diagnosed with cancer, and we used it for him. And then a year later, I was diagnosed. And I use it a lot because that infrared heat is so powerful and that movement is so powerful. And I just, it's one of my favorite pieces because I know the incredible good that it does for people in such a short period of time. It really is amazing. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Awesome.
That was great.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Well, we hope that you have learned some great things, that you feel a little more confident and comfortable in using this piece of equipment, the fish tank bed. If you have more questions, please talk to your guest guide, refer to our website, or we do have great big binders with lots of information, all the scientific research about this piece of equipment, all the equipment here at Ahhsome in the lounge. So we hope that you will refer to any of those, and we hope that you have an awesome day.